We're in Clovis, California. We just finished installing a Bradford White 50-gallon natural gas water heater. So this one is in the outside closet. So fence inside yard here, and it's outside closet. So we didn't do any of that. So to get started up top, first thing we did is replaced the old shutoff valve. It's probably 20 years old. Put in a 3/4 inch full port quarter turn ball valve. So those guys, you can turn them off. I don't want to burn my hands. Sorry about bumping. Quarter turn off, quarter turn on. So those are good. And then what we like to do is, and you can't see it, is once we come out of the valve, we like to put brass on. The existing piping coming out of the wall is not ours. So that's galvanized iron pipe. And, you know, it's specific to the home, and that's what they have. We don't want to take anything out of the wall because then we own it and we don't know what's happening in the wall. So anyways, outside the wall, new shutoff valve, and then a brass nipple, 3/4 by 1.5 inch brass nipple, and then of course a Falcon stainless steel connector. You can't see it because it's wrapped with insulation, but it's a full 0.725 inside diameter. It's by Falcon stainless steel. It's the biggest inside diameter in the industry. They're ultra flexible, so you can take these apart, straighten them out, use them over and over again. And then of course some insulation down to the top of the tank right here. So we've checked this, we filled it up and checked everything, purged all the air out of the tank, and got the burner lit and going. Same thing on the hot side here, existing pipe coming out of the wall. And then of course a Falcon stainless steel connector down here, and then insulation. At the top of the tank we have some brass extensions. We use those because sometimes there's a conflict between the gasket. Let me see if I can peek you. See the little nut right here? That's a chrome nut, and it's got a rubber gasket in there. And when it sits down on these nipples coming out, there's a little heat trap plastic that doesn't really fit real well with the gasket. So we give you a new brass. This is solid brass, so this does not corrode. This will flow forever. It's a great product. They're about $6 each, and so that's tied in, and that's good. New offset 90 right here, just to bring it back to the center of vent, which is up there in the ceiling. That's your existing pipe, but little offset 90. And then of course the draft diverter comes with the unit, relief valve comes with the unit. Then a dielectric union. We don't have to use a dielectric union here because, you know, it's copper and brass, but just to make the transition from the threaded pipe to the copper pipe, and it needs a union anyways by code within 12 inches. So that's installed, not leaking. This thing you'd pop off once a year. You come out to drain it, you know, you'd come down here, turn it to pilot on that black knob, and don't turn the gas off, otherwise you'll have to relight it. But turn it to pilot, shut that valve off, pop off this relief valve. So you'll point it straight up and just let it sit in place. All the water will come out down there. You can see water pouring out, and there's a little copper fitting on the wall. So that's that drain line that goes down, so it's all nice and soldered together there. Once you've got that, you know, open, the valve off, pilot off, or pilot set, and this set to pilot, you can hook a hose up down there and drain this thing down, and then the reverse order, you know, to shut the hose off, shut the valve, turn the water down, fill it back up, open this up to bleed all the air out, because it'll be under airlock because it's a closed system. Get all the air out. Once you do, you can go ahead and light the burner back up. So anyways, upper third adjustable strap, lower third adjustable strap, and then down here you've got a little T, a drip leg or a dirt leg, whatever you want to call it. That's in case you get debris in the gas from PG&E. Then a new shutoff valve, a new supply line coming over here, tying in the controller. It's set to hot. It's about 120 degrees. A130, B140, C150, very hot 160. At B140, you got third degree burns in 3 seconds. So be very careful with this. You'll see right here, scalding risk increases with hotter water. We can only set it to 120 right there because we don't want to be liable in the event something goes wrong. Here is your model number and serial number right here. It's the URG 250 T6N. That's a 50-gallon Bradford White. You can go online, bradfordwhite.com, fill out the documentation, full name, street address, whatnot, contact information, model and serial number. Get your warranty going. It's a 6-year parts and 1-year labor. And outside of that, this installation is done. So we're still here in Clovis, California. We got a second Bradford White water heater, 50-gallon natural gas, sitting in the garage on a platform. So that's down there. We'll start at the top here. We got a brand new vent going in. Offset 90 at the top, and then offset 90 right here. Short piece of pipe, like 5.5 inch nipple right there to tie the two together. All screws, 3 screws. So 1, 2, 3, 2 in the front, 1 in the back, and then about a 28 inch piece of pipe all the way down to the draft diverter. So that's all brand new. So the old one didn't go in there, so we just threw it in the trash. You know, the water heater sat off the edge, and this new one sits against the wall, so it's nice and secure and strapped. So again, on this, we went ahead and replaced the valve. So you had a multi-turn gate valve in here. Now you've got a Watts 3/4 inch full port quarter turn ball valve, so quarter turn off, quarter turn on. So that makes it nice if you have to service your equipment. You know, just turn it off, and it's a hard shut off. Stainless steel ball, no packing net in there, so should never leak. Any trouble with that. And then again on these hot and cold, we've got Falcon stainless steel connectors. There's an 18 over here, 15 over there, and that's all we use. They're the biggest in the industry, ultra flexible, 0.725 inside diameter. It's close to 3/4 you're going to get. And then of course here, can't see it, but once we go to a valve, we put brass in. You know, your house is iron pipe, and you can see that here. And then the other one, it's not iron pipe, it's copper, and they got brass wing L's, and they stubbed out galvanized nipples because they're cheap. You know, I would have liked to have seen brass, but we don't mess with anything in the wall. Yeah, the reason why, you know, something happens in there, and now you're into a, you know, repairing the wall. So anyways, the only thing we've tied in here is a stainless steel connector, valve, brass nipple, stainless steel connector, down to our brass extensions. And again, I explained this in the previous video. There's a conflict sometimes between this nut and gasket and the plastic heat trap that sits on the top of this galvanized nipple coming out of the tank. Sometimes it doesn't sit right, and you got to over tighten it trying to get that rubber to seal. So we just give you a nice brass fitting, which flows great. File the top off nice and flat, tighten it down, and so we're good. So we ran water through this, and no leaking. I have to monitor these things, you know. You can't just set a water in the corner and just leave it go. It's like the rest of your house. You got to occasionally come out and take a look at it. The one on the far side of the building, out in the closet, it's kind of, you know, out in nowhere land, but you know, do go out and take a look. Any signs of moisture whatsoever, please give us a call, because we need to get after that right away. Worst case, it's hot water and it rolls down, mold starts growing, and you know, on your sheetrock, and you got a health issue going on. Or you get drywall, or it rolls it underneath, you know, the one outside, that's floor level on slab, and they roll back into the home and get into your padding or underneath your tile. Out here, it just corrodes the platform, and this is, got your furnace right here, but I think the ducting goes up. I don't think it goes down. It goes up. But anyway, so that's tied in. Draft diverter comes with it. Relief valve comes with it. Dielectric union. Don't need it because you have copper down there, brass up here, but we do need a union, and this makes a nice transition from the threaded pipe to the copper pipe. So we just put it in because we got them, you know, we could put a copper union in there, but then we need to put an adapter right here and then a copper union. So anyways, that's been bled out. All the air's out of the tank. You will have air in the home when you get home because the house was shut off all day, cold water, so you'll get some spitting around there. And the other one's lit and heating water right now, so a couple hours you'll have hot water on the other side of the building. This side, I'm not sure what it controls. I think it's kitchen, maybe kitchen, laundry. I don't know, because I don't know the layout of the home. But so here's the upper third. You get the strap, and that's code, and it's adjustable. And then lower third, you get the strap, and that's code, and so that's adjustable as well. And then of course over here we've got the half-inch dog ear. It's a drip leg or a dirt leg. That's for debris in the gas line. And it just helps protect the controller so you don't get debris down in here. Brand new shutoff valve, brand new stainless steel connector over there. And so it is not lit yet. We're gonna light this guy up, and we will set it to hot. That's all we can set it to, because it's approximately 120 degrees, and we know we're not gonna burn anybody. So I would recommend just leave it alone. Don't adjust it. If you want 140 your dishwasher for some reason, just keep in mind right here, scalding risk increases with hotter water. And so let's see if we can do this real quick. Let's do this. And so gonna push that guy in, and hopefully you can see. So we're pressing it in. It's on pilot. You can, the little arrows pointing straight up. And in this guy, you know, you just want to click until the pilot lights, and then sometimes it clicks, it goes right away. Sometimes it doesn't. But okay. Nothing. So we're going to get it lit, and I just wanted to document where we set it, but I'm wasting up a little video here, so we'll go ahead and shut it off. This installation is done.